Well, consciousness want to say something. I cannot block her. To the system that fear my message to be so evil, and then you turn the system upside down. Either you know about my knowledge the last time the books the Vatican find when they find the Holy Grail, can we try something? How we can expose the energy? Instead of we have people to work night and day shift, why don't we create a school that will be night and day shift, so we can see how the children really changing the energy. Let's take 5 years old, 55 years old in the daytime, and 55 years old in the nighttime, because that's what happened with America and Holland. 6 hours apart. In the daytime, we watch the children in the class. And 9 months later, we watch the other children, because if they are the same age, it doesn't matter. But at least we can keep an eye on them in the night as well. We can see what happened in the bedroom, what we cannot see in the daytime. Group 1, 5 years old. Group 2, 6 years of age. Group 3, 7 years of age. Group 4, 8 years. Group 5, 9 years. Group 6, 10 years. Group 7, 11 years. Let's put all those children in a class. We don't move them. Every year, we put the children back in the same stool. When the group 5 becomes 6 years old, we still leave them in the classroom. Don't move them to the next class. Because by you thinking they're learning, they go into the next class, we can never defeat the energy. But are you with me or are you against me? That's the problem. If the 5 years old that is still inside the classroom, 9 months later, it's going to be 6 years, and the 4 years old that's supposed to go to school when they become 5 years, let's see the 4 years old and let's watch the 5 years old. Only 1 year later, let's watch the 5 years and the 4 years. Let's see what happened. Don't move them to group 2. Leave them in the same class. When the group 2, that is 6 years old, is still in the same class, and group 5, that is 5 years old, group 1, I'm getting double win there, group 5, which is the group 1, because if you understand that you have the group 1 till 100, but actually the class become the group instead of the energies, the actual group in the wall, which is group 1 is the 9-month-old baby. Group 2 is the 2 years old, which is 18. Group 3 is counting every year till 100. But let's go to the classroom. 5 years old is in group 1. Next year, the children who are just 4 years old, has to be 5. Let's take them and make sure we have a chair for the children that is 4 years and a chair for children that is 5 years. Please measure the seat to the height of the baby. Let's see the miracle that happened the next year. And let's check if the children who are in group 1, they will stay the same height. The children in group 2, they will stay the same height. In group 3, in group 4, and group 5. I know you know they're changing. But what you don't understand is the height of the group 4, which is the 4 years old, their body is coming to dress the height of the children that are in the group 5. If a 4 years old is not 5 years old, and you can try to find a way, if you're with me, not against me, to prove for once and for all that the energy, the group 5 energy in this world, the ones who are sitting in the group 1, 5 years old, you check the children who are 4 years and who are 3 years old. Try to check them and see how they switching the children. But when you moving the children from one class to the next, you see them going to group school, but I see them changing to dress the energy. Picture the children are sitting on the chair. All the children who are 2 years old, they're sitting on this chair in the class of the group 5. What happened? Take the 2 years of age children, put them in the classroom where the 5 years old is. Don't move them away. Make a picture of them. Take a video. Capture the energy in the video and save it. Take the 2 years old, put them in the same class, tape them, and then 3 years later tape them again and compare the 2 years old and the 5 years old 3 years later. And please tell me it's not the same height in the same class. What's different with the children? 3 years ago they are 5 years old, but 3 years later they are 8 years old. But what you don't see is that the children who are 8 years, they are already 11 years old. How can the 2 years old 3 years later standing in the classroom of the group 5, but their face is changed, but the energy is the same in the classroom? You want to save the world? We like the fun game. I know I'm dealing with a system, a very big system that falls asleep in the night as well. But if you really, honestly, looking for a way out of this prison that we all are in, the last 534 years, every 9 months, this year become 535 years. Ask yourself, forget the bullshit children are growing in this world. If every year the age of the people don't stay the same way, I mean, I'm 40 years. I'm 30 years. Well, if you're only 30 years and you're only 40 years till the end of the world, you can tell me you're 30 years of age. But if you 20 years ago, you're 10 years old, 20 years later, you're 30 years old. But 20 years ago, there was somebody who was still 30 years old. But you're 10 years old, is still in the classroom with a new face. The character of the new husband and wife is different. That's why the children can play different. But the girls who I see passing, you want to hide this message, but ask yourself a question. I'm a dumb girl from Sierra Leone. I was wrapped with a cloth, but I don't want to be on your TV. I'm not looking for your $1 million. I don't want to be on the newspaper because I don't want to see my face on the floor. That's the last place I want to be. Ask yourself a question. There are 1,000 women today, they have a baby in the hospital all over the world. And there are 1,000 women are pregnant. 9 months later, they will have a baby. Are you telling me the 1,000 women who have the baby today in the hospital, 9 months later, they will still have the baby? Or 9 months later, the pregnant women will have the baby in the hospital? Who have a baby and who don't? Please tell me. The government. The ones who are praising themselves more than I can ever praise myself. 1,000 babies today in the hospital all over the world. 1,000 women are pregnant today all over the world. Exactly 9 months, the little babies become 18 months. But the 9 months inside of them is actually reversing in the stomach of the women who are pregnant. You see the baby growing? No. I see the 9 months going away, going away, going away. And you forget there was 18 months old in the world already. And 9 months exactly to the day. And you see 1,000 women are sitting in the same hospital, holding the same young baby. Only their husband face and their face is different, so the babies look different. But the same energy that is sucking the breast is the same. If you believe you're the same person waking up every year when you're celebrating, the saddest part is your schedule is still the same. But you cannot tell when you're thinking positive and when you're thinking negative. Understand what's happening in the world. Relationship is taken from one place to the next. Babies are taken from one place to the next. People are suffering in this world thinking there is a war to fight. But energy needs the body of the people. But yet abusing the people, including the rest of you, who are in charge of the banks today. Only 40 years later, the little baby that are just being popped out will take over, and when the rest of you won't be there anymore. Take care to the positive mothers who are out there suffering the pain 9 months later. If any big man is going to drop dead, or any big woman going to drop dead, the only reason why they're dropping dead, the only reason why a woman who's sitting in the hospital going to feel pain is because they're taking the life out of the big body. And they have to feel the same pain the mother feel when she delivered them. So when they feel the pain, they can reverse them to become little children. But they're not taking their body with them because the body is made out of the two people who only pretend to love each other today. To all the pregnant women out there, hey, welcome to babysit energy. Only for 9 months. You have a baby only for 9 months.